All righty then. What is up? Happy Monday, everyone. It is Monday, July 3rd, 2023, and it is time for another edition of our stay at home open mic, our online open mic, our virtual open mic. It has many names, but we are here and we've been doing this since April of 2020. My name is Richie David Marrufo. I'll be your MC and host for today. Coming fresh off of Jazz Fest 2023, the Jazz Exchange. Go check them out if you like live music, live jazz in the El Paso area. There's some good friends of mine. Plus, I'm their MC for the secret shows. If you don't know what that is, check out the jazzexchange.org. They're not our sponsors, but I thought I would give them a shout out today. But like I said, this is an online mic, and like any other open mic, if you want to perform, all you have to do is sign up. We do have an online sign up sheet that is available on our social media, our link tree. You just type in linktree / El Paso BWOMS. But that's something you can find in the profile of our Instagram. I believe it's posted on our Facebook page, and sometimes Twitter. But I don't know. I don't know what's happening on Twitter. It's going extinct. It's going the way of the dodo. It's because it's being weird. And when I say it, I mean owners and stuff. But I hope people have poetry about that. Let's talk about that. Anyway, we do have social media. If you haven't followed us, you can follow us. My favorite thing, my recommendation is I mentioned the link tree. There's actually an option to subscribe to our link tree. And every time I put up the link for you to sign up, the sign up link every week, if you're subscribed, you can actually get a notification when it's up. So I think that's a pretty cool way to be notified. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way, so when we go live, you can be notified as well. We want to thank everyone who is here already on the live stream. As always, we love doing this. This is an opportunity for anyone to share their work, something new, something that they're dusting off, something experimental, something we just want to say, to vent, to share a joy, a triumph, anywhere in between. That's what these open mics are for. But also a huge part of this is the audience, you guys. And since this is online, the audience is very intangible. Unless, of course, you guys participate in the live chat, something that I love. I know a lot of other people who read as well love as well. It's cool to see who's actually listening. So if you're watching, just say hello in the live chat. Let us know you're here, where you're listening in from. And then, of course, participate. If there's a line that you really love or if you have a connection with, just, type something out. I'll try my best to give shout outs throughout the show. And of course, any links that come through our Zoom call, I'll try and forward as well to the YouTube channel. Other than that, if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We do have a whole archive of these shows from way, way back in April of 2020. And it's hard to believe, but somehow we've been doing this every single week since then. And that's cool. In that time, we have so many regulars. We have like recurring cast members, right? Who like sometimes take a little time off, come back. And then sometimes we'll see old friends from like the early days that jump in. And of course, every week we also welcome someone new. That's true today as well. So without further ado, this is the segment of the show where I talk the most. Performers, please have your pieces ready. And as always, please share any relevant information where people can follow and support you online, whether it be your social media, a website where they can purchase your book, a YouTube channel, anything that they can do to support you. So you can do that before you read or after you read. And if you forget, I'll probably ask. And if we all forget, then we all lose. Okay, so anyway, regardless, let's go and stick around. We're going to kick things off as we do. We are based out of El Paso, Texas. That is our home base. So if you guys are ever in the area, we have plenty of live open mics, not just through Barbed Wire, but I want to give a shout out to the Writers Theater at Aaron and George's. It's such a beautiful space. My friend Aaliyah has done such a great job with it. And it's a great place to read as well. Definitely recommend that if you're ever in the area. Just hit me up. We can do a featured show or something for you. But let's go ahead and kick things off in El Paso. And you'll be hearing a lot about tumble words, and you probably have heard a lot of tumble words. But right now we got Robin Schofield in the house who's going to kick things off, always the strongest and setting the bar. Hey, Robin, happy Monday.
Hey, everybody. Happy Monday night. I am excited because my book is getting real and coming out the first week of August, I think so. So I'm getting ready for that. I'm going to have a little opening in the second reading in August at Aaron and George's Film Cafe. So that's exciting. All right, so I've been working on this poem. I dusted it off a couple of days ago and revised it. And I wrote it in England last year, so it's got things like blackbirds and foxglove in it. And Spinoza kept coming up in the conversation. So this is called Spinoza's Words Fail Him. So the crow flew too close to the sun and scorched his voice. He croaks and doesn't sing like the melodious blackbird. Old earth, newly green fields out of which God and his attributes and a hawk arise. Sun streaking him, huge sun, minute globes in the dark forest, proportion and geometry, slowly rotates. We also swirl in our madness for axiomatic proofs we don't feel. The title of my essay was Blood in the Garden, Rejecting Duality, the Many and the One, to make sense of the miscarriages. What rational, intelligible order do you see, except that the midges float over the flocks? Their green blood is the logos, God and nature entwined. The newly planted wheat, white root and green leaf, the two sides. The green man with his mason's face as the material enters the spirit. The green and yellow meadow grounds my metaphysic. I am black blood and white bone, the duality incarnate. Is there a blackbird singing now? May I lie fallow for a long while in pantheistic nature. Rain clouds follow me. I have seeds in me. I drop them, numberless as the foxglove. No individual revelations, yet I sprout up among the many grapevines from my right hand. Mathematical methods should yield a pure truth, growing and growing. All things within God, reaching around a stone column, huge sun glowing. The green man is looking over the priest's shoulder into his holy book. Deliver me as the crow reveals me. Deliver me, sunlit vineyard. So that's one of my Spinoza poems. The other one is like way too long to read. Maybe I'll read part of it one of these days. And for my cover poem, I'm going to cheat a little bit and read one of the sonnets to Orpheus, which I translated. And this one is from it's number 13 from the second series of sonnets to Orpheus. And you may have heard it translated as be ahead of all parting. But that's not the way I translated it. Be before all departing, as though it were behind you, like the winter going out just now. For among winters is one so endlessly winter that your overwintering heart barely pulls through. Be dead always in Eurydice, rise and sing, stand and praise, climbing to your purest frequency. Here, with what's winking out, be ruled by entropy, be a ringing glass that shatters as it rings. Be and know full well the condition of non-being, the endless ground of your inner shiver shimmering, that you may fulfill to the utmost your one moment. To all things spent and to the dumbstruck and mute, multiplied from nature's fullness to the unsayable sums, number yourself, joyfully added, and zero out the balance. Thank you. And do come to Tumble Words at 1 o'clock Mountain Time on Saturdays. That's where I get a lot of my inspiration. You can always start something in Tumble Words. Maybe you can't finish it, but you can always start it. And look for me on Facebook under my name, and I'll be announcing about the book as soon as I get a hard publication date.
All right. Hope we get that soon. Robin, Schofield, everyone, looking forward to Ridge of High Pressure. Definitely check out Tumble Words. So, and aside from running barber open mics and kind of being involved tangentially in a lot of other spaces, and also teaching at our local community college, I always get a lot of people who ask about like writing, creative writing, and they have trouble, like how do you do it? How do you get started? And the truth is you just kind of have to do it. So Tumble Words is a really great opportunity to just put stuff on the page, give you something to work with, because it's rarely ever done like that. I think a lot of people want it to be perfect the first try. That's something you realize isn't really going to be the case, right? But something for you to work with, something for you to mold and perfect to your wants later on. But definitely recommend Tumble Words Project. Check them out on Facebook, Tumble Words Project. You can also look up Kit Wren, where he'll be updating, the weekly the monthly calendar and all that good stuff. He'll also be reading today, so you'll get to meet him if you haven't had a chance to yet. All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep going on. Once again, welcome to our online open mic. My name is Richie. I'll be your MC and host tonight. We're gonna go ahead and take things because of the magic of being online and Zoom in this live stream. In the snap, we're gonna go from El Paso to South Euclid, Ohio, where we have the poet laureate of South Euclid in the house. He's as he often is, sitting in his throne in space, thinking cosmically about the world. Let's go ahead and welcome Doc Janning to the house. What's up, man? Welcome back.
Thanks, Richie. Things are hectic here. I have lots of events to write for. So this is my first poem is titled Mythopoesis. Wandering in moments of between, each moment a now, stretching into mists of infinity and shadows of existence. Each moment weaves and breathes into the next, becoming a reality, a universe unto itself. Each moment a summation of past, present, and future. Each moment a journey of dreams, a journey of mystery, a journey of life, a journey within. And I exist in the mythopoesis of illusion, somewhere between. This is Gardens of Time and Love. I am in the gardens of time and love, drifting through fields of stars on wings of memory and remembering the us which was, the sound of your laughter, the sparkle of your eyes, the exciting fragrance of you, the velvet of your skin, the intimacy of shared thoughts, and the home I found in your arms, walking between worlds, in the middle of almost and dreaming in swevens of us, the us which never was. And I'll finish with wanderer. I am become a flaneur. I walk in the world, in winds and moments of the mind. I walk through timeless forests, landscapes, and inscapes of wonder. I discover sensory and emotional horizons and mysteries of life. I become one with earth, with stars, with the multiverse, with time. I am in an ageless continuum of change, all a surreal gift, the gift of being. Thank you. And you can find me on Facebook as Doc Janning. And tomorrow evening, I'm going to be in the next city over Lyndhurst, Ohio, to read a poem I wrote for Independence Day as part of a band concert. And the poem is phrased so that it leads, I was unaware, but it leads into my leading the crowd in the Pledge of Allegiance. I didn't know I was going to do that until just today, when the mayor of Lyndhurst called me and said, "You're doing it."
All right, that's awesome. Thank you, Doc. Well, good luck with that, and thanks for taking the time with us today. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right. Just poet laureate things. The mayor's like,
Yeah.
there's nothing against it. You're doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah, as opposed to like TFG, Doc can even remember the words.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I was gonna say heavy is the head that wears the crown, but hey, speaking of poet laureates, we got a beat poet laureate of an entire state of Colorado. And as I mentioned before, our very own Lighthouse. Let's go ahead and bring back also. Never mind, I'm not gonna say it. Welcome back to the show, Mike Sindler. What is up, man?
Hey, good to be here. Yes, as always. I am automatically going to put up lighthousewriters.org, which is just such a wonderful thing. Always great stuff going on, and a lot of it is stuff that you can get to on Zoom or other kinds of live things. So I highly recommend checking it out if you have any interest in expanding what you're trying to do as a writer. I thought that I would start out with the 4th of July thing. What a shock. I've read this here before on this same week because I kind of pull it out for this. And, it's like these last few years, it just really sticks with me, just like I talk about a specific place. And it's like the way we think about that space has sort of been forever ruined, but it's still not completely. So this is DC 4th of July. DC 4th of July, bread, cheese, and wine in a basket and boombox blasting out the residents, deconstructing Hank and Sousa. Bystanders listen, puzzled and confused, but accepting, some bewildered, some amused. Blanket laid out close to the bandstand where the National Symphony Orchestra tunes up. They start. The patriotic standards played to the teeming masses assembled from every state and strata. Nowhere could they have greater impact than here, within the shade and shadow of the dome in which the Republic's core resides, where Congress presides and laws are made. And now the guest conductor, the beloved Henry Mancini, leads the players through a medley of hits. Elephants walk with the Pink Panther. All the great tunes rumble and roll along. Such fun, Sunset turns at last to night. Time for Tchaikovsky. Cannons, real ones, roar. Explosive finale coincides with the first flashing fireworks streaking overhead, lighting up the mall from the Capitol to the namesake's obelisk to the seat of the great emancipator, illuminating the museums that line the green, painted with the hues of burning phosphor and palette of elemental minerals. The tight-packed crowd, a motley melange, all tribes, all races, all the peoples of the planet rejoicing, merged in hopeful communion, here in our collective joy and deep appreciation of difference and homogeneity, the realization of singularity, all truly one in a hybrid nation. And despite what some people did in front of that space, we are still all one as different. And I'm going to do a couple more real quick. This one is one I wrote during Lit Fest in a workshop with Forrest Gander. It's called Perfect Until. Shh. The baby. Tiptoe over. Took me so long. Got him to bed just a little while ago. Shh. Look at that head. Who'd ever think he was just crying and crying himself to sleep? Hair wisp halo, each toothless breath. Shh. Look at that blanket rise, finger curled on fringe. Was any rose as soft and pink as the blush on his cheek? Shh. Cat, don't you come creeping. I'll toss you outside if you try to jump up. That's right. Curl yourself around on the rug. Let your purr match his breath. Shh. Come here, honey. What do you think? You could catch your death just waiting. You could rest here forever. Shh. Don't wake him. He's perfect. He's so perfect till his diaper needs changing. And I'm going to do one more. And it's called To Carry Me Here, To Carry Me to Here. I could count my life by loss, make long list of left behinds and torn aways, etching marks down a scroll of every unkind word, every splinter of spite, reflectively scratched and scrawled. I could set ablaze bonfire of collected heartbreaks, stacked over dry kindling of held onto insinuations, insults, and hurts. I could edit indelible image onto a circular roll, run film of failure over and over, the only light a flashing figure of someone I used to be. I could rub my finger over every scar, cursing the fight or fall or fault or foolish faith that led to inevitable injury and uncertain lesson learned or unlearned, healed incompletely but complete enough to carry me to here. I could scream name after name into the wind where no one, not even I, could hear, much less recount this litany of recrimination. I could give my power to the past and use up what spirit I have left, but I choose to let what is gone be, and be today's, not yesterday's, me. Okay, thank y'all. Oh, wait a second. Now I'm going to put on the hat. Don't even. And obviously, I'm going to do some things that are related. This first one's Tony Hoagland. I've read some Tony Hoagland here before. This one's called America. Then one of the students with blue hair and a tongue stud says that America is for him a maximum security prison. whose walls are made of Radio Shacks and Burger Kings and MTV episodes where you can't tell the show from the commercials. And as I consider how to express how full of shit I think he is, he says that even when he's driving to the mall in his Isuzu Trooper with a gang of his friends, letting rap music pour over them like a boiling jacuzzi full of ball-peen hammers, even then he feels buried alive, captured and suffocated in the folds of the thick satin quilt of America. And I wonder if this is a legitimate category of pain, or whether he is just spin doctoring a better grade. And then I remember that when I stabbed my father in the dream last night, it was not blood, but money that gushed out of him, bright green $100 bills spilling from his wounds. And this is the weird part. He gasped, "Thank God, those Ben Franklins were clogging up my heart. And so I perish happily, freed from that which kept me from my liberty." Which was when I knew it was a dream, since my dad would never speak in rhymed couplets. And I look at the student with his acne and cell phone and phony ghetto clothes, and I think, I'm asleep in America too, and I don't know how to wake myself either. And I remember what Marx said near the end of his life. I was listening to the cries of the past when I should have been listening to the cries of the future. But how could he have imagined 100 channels of 24-hour cable, or what kind of nightmare it might be when each day you watch rivers of bright merchandise run past you and you are floating in your pleasure boat upon this river, even while others are drowning underneath you, and you see their faces twisting in the surface of the water, and yet it seems to be your own hand which turns the volume higher? And I'm going to do one by one of Kit and my's favorite writers, Ross Gay. And this is a small needful fact. A small needful fact is that Eric Garner worked for some time for the Parks and Rec horticultural department, which means perhaps that with his very large hands, perhaps in all likelihood, he put gently into the earth some plants which most likely, some of them in all likelihood, continue to grow, continue to do what such plants do, like house and feed small and necessary creatures, like being pleasant to touch and smell, like converting sunlight into food, like making it easier for us to breathe. And I'm going to hog my time and do one more by Jane Hirschfield called Let Them Not Say. Let them not say, we did not see it. We saw. Let them not say, we did not hear it. We heard. Let them not say, they did not taste it. We ate. We trembled. Let them not say, it was not spoken, not written. We spoke, we witnessed with voices and hands. Let them not say they did nothing. We did not enough. Let them say, as they must say something, a kerosene beauty. It burned. Let them say we warmed ourselves by it, read by its light, praised, and it burned. Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Michael. And just for the uninitiated, the hat thing is something, a tradition that we do here. It's the cover poem. And so something that we do is something to like put on the hat, like Kit wears rocks his hats. So normally Mike puts on his hat to initiate the cover poem. And some have followed suit as well. So just as a heads up, if you do want to do any tributes to any poets that you want to memorialize or give tribute to, then, you know, find a nice hat to throw on to add to the cover poem mystique. All right, we're going to go and keep going. We have a pretty good list. So we want to make sure we got everyone on at a decent time, especially you East Coasters out there, or just early birds. Let's go ahead and continue. We're going to go ahead and come back to the region. We're going to come and visit one of our awesome neighbors in Las Cruces, who has a simple message for you guys. Go to therapy. That's right. She does really great work with NAMI and, of course, poetry and music events in Las Cruces. So I want to give some love and welcome to the stage the Lizard King. What is up, Liz? Hey.
Hello.
Cool background.
That's my baby. Hello, I'm the Lizard King. I have poetry and music. I have just been struggling writing so much, but here's actually some new shit. Let's see, where did it go? This is the newest thing I've written. New shit? Today I'm sad, and not in the easy way, the way where your favorite song comes on or someone tells you that your hair looks pretty and then it seems to wither. No, I'm sad in a way that turns my legs to lead, walking through peanut butter. I am sad in the same way I've been since I was 13 and going to bed when I got home from school. I am sad in a way that makes me want to turn one night's sleep into a week. Bed turned to cave to dungeon. At least I have to go to work. I am sad in a way that feels dumb to talk about because the cure seems so obvious. Think about something better. Don't focus on the negative. I am sad in a way that makes me want to forget about tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. A way that makes me feel like I've got nothing left to miss. Like I've checked enough things off my list. I am sad in a way that doesn't make any sense. You could be the stranger sitting behind me at the coffee shop while I write this. You could be thinking I look so put together, maybe doing something serious and important, typing away. And you'd be right. It doesn't make any sense. I am so sad today that I almost forget how to write a poem. I miss being 15 sometimes. I weep for the dead mama bird. I am sad, but at least I can smell the dew on the grass. At least it's not so hot this morning. At least I can kind of think today. At least I took a shower. At least I ate today. At least I woke up before noon. At least I'm sober. At least I have these two stupid human hands. At least you're still alive. At least so am I. At least the birds are singing. At least there's no lack of poetry. At least I am wearing comfy sandals today. At least I have the energy to be angry. At least I know this fear. At least I am learning. At least when I look up, I know there is someone listening. I'm going to follow that one by a really old one. Well, not really old, but this one's from pandemic era. It's called Breakfast. That one was called At Least. This is Breakfast. Good morning. Today I am sad. Today I am sad. I always want to write this part out, blur it out, to shame it away, to bully this sadness out of myself, but this grief does not listen to words or threats. This grief sits in my throat. There is a loud silence. It fills up my whole body. My whole body stays hungry. I am hungry. I don't eat. I don't sleep. I am pulling this body and hoping it has the courage to move. I ache with nothing. Today I am so sad that I can't breathe. I try to write this out of me. Don't call me today. Don't worry about me. I can't bear a single person today. Not if I know the conversation will end. This girl is so sad you think she's okay because she sits in this quiet. She doesn't flinch. It is the beast she has become familiar with. This girl is a party or an after party. Or the part of the party where people leave and you fall asleep listening to the hum of the music and voices ringing in your ears. She is the pulse of the moment that has just passed. She wants that moment back. The party is over and the girl mourns, waiting for it to come back. Good morning. The day after the party is a big sigh, big enough to crawl into and sleep and sleep and sleep. I think maybe if I can shut my eyes hard enough, maybe I can be there in the lights, under the music. I want to be the party. I want to be the lights and the music, the way they will never leave. The anxiety is just waiting for it to start again, and I never know. The anxiety is watching the balloons rot in the corner. I want to be beautiful. I want to be so beautiful that I am always party, stuck in sequin capsule, never the day after, never stuck with waiting. I want to become so beautiful the way a forest is in the winter, so still, serene in the way it stays stuck in a kind of perfection. So I inhale this desire, and somehow all the beauty leaves me all at once. It occurs to me that if I choose an absolute stillness, there is no more party, no glitter. Good morning. I am here. And you are here. And we are both at this party, only it's a different party. There is waiting for this one to end, and instead, this one is quieter and short, and happens over and over. I eat breakfast and have a party. I stretch my beautiful, unquiet body, and I thank it for this day and the day after. Good morning. Today I wake up after sleeping, and then I eat. I remember that I cannot stop anything from leaving, and I cannot stop being scared. I'm not sure when the party will start again, but in the meantime, I will wear a glitter and not beg the beauty to leave my body. Let's see. I have another poem and then I'll do a song. Yeah. This one doesn't really have a title. It could have been me. Sometimes I wonder if it should have been. So lucky I just narrowly missed whatever window people have crawled through just to survive. Years of drunk driving or on coke or just filled with stupid rage. Not once pulled over. Once a college dropout, hoping for each day to be the last. Who says I get to be the lucky one? By what divine power did I get to be the one sleeping safe at night? To be treated? To be on the other side of the bars? So lucky. And yet sometimes I spend my luck staring into space through sweet moments, or spending money on stupid shit like more blankets, which is so stupid because I definitely have enough. And when I drive back to work, I see the same guy on the corner holding up a sign saying, anything helps, even a smile. And why the fuck am I so lucky? These people aren't, why the blank am I so lucky? These people aren't even angry that nobody stops. And I'm not saying I'm a saint. Please, for the grace of God, go I. And I know that that miraculous thing called life that I had given back to me, it's all I have to give to anyone else. So when I stop, I say, do you know the bus is free? Do you know the way to the shelter? And sometimes more if the light doesn't turn green. I think of every time I almost died, all the bridges I burned, and how I just could not put down the fucking bottle, so help me God. What right do I have to this kingdom? To sleep, to eat, to think, to laugh, to buy a fucking coffee without worrying who's going to fuck with my shopping cart full of stuff outside. To eat without wondering where it's going to come from next, to hope. To spend my lunch hour writing poetry that I might never even read out loud. My life was given back to me December 16th, 2017, and it really is all I have to give. And I got more than I ever could have asked for, so I give it back in boxes, in bags, in silence, in this. And now I'm going to do a song. Thank you guys for listening. This one is called Fantasies. And because this is an open mic and Richie has cultivated such a really cool space, no one's actually heard this one before. So, really new shit. Sorry, I'm nervous. Someday I hope somebody writes me a love song. Sorry guys, I'm nervous. Someday I hope somebody writes me a love song. Sorry. Used to hope that you might write me a love song. All your life I took at the chase. I thought with you, maybe I was safe. One day I hope somebody writes me a love song. One day I hope somebody writes me a love song. Why can't you understand why it hurts the way it does? Why it hurts the way it does? I can't help but think that she's so lucky. She's so lucky. You wrote her love song. 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 So I'm just trying to accept it. I'm trying to accept it. I'm trying to. I used to hope that you might write me a love song. I always hoped that you would write me a love song. I'm not a fantasy, and all I'll ever be is me. I'm not a fantasy, and all I'll ever be is me. I'm so sorry, all I'll ever be is me. I'm not a fantasy, all I'll ever be is me. All I'll ever be is me. Thanks for listening. That's it.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Liz. Lizard King, everyone. Really quick, how can people follow and support you online, like the cool stuff you got going on, if they choose to do so?
Yeah, so I started like a new Insta. I'm gonna start putting events on. That's Lizard Glitter Productions. And I'll be putting my events up there. Gonna try to start playing on like our plaza regularly, since we have a friend who runs a farmer's market. She does like a night market on the plaza, and she's like happy to have us play music and stuff, so that'll probably be a consistent thing. But yeah, you can follow Lizard Glitter Productions or lizardglitter.org and email me. But yeah, I always gotta say, go to therapy and call 988 if you're in crisis. No biggie. But yeah, that's it.
All right, awesome. That was in fact everything. Thank you, Liz. Lizard King, check that out. Lizard Glitter, that is amazing. I love that. I like how you're running with that, because you started that and you were using it early on. So I'm glad you're expanding it into a thing. We look forward to that. Also, yeah, Liz is in Las Cruces, and I'm going to use this opportunity to publicly announce to everyone listening and watching right now, BWOMS is having its very first event in Las Cruces this month in July. That's right. July 29th, we are going to be going to Grounded. They have pizza, coffee. It's a cool little spot there in Las Cruces by the plaza. And it's from 6 to 9 p.m. and it is a writer's open mic. So if you're a poet, if you write prose, if you're a songwriter, come sign up and spend some time with us. We really look forward to it. Hopefully, Liz, if you're free, you can come by. Yeah, that was a real treat. Your song came out really nice. I'm glad we took the time to troubleshoot so we can hear it, and it paid off for sure. Go check out her work. She did, again, great work in mental health as well with NAMI and promotion of mental health awareness. All right, let's go ahead and continue, everyone. We have, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, every now and then we sprinkle in some people joining us for the first time. So joining us from Austin, Texas, unless there's an Austin anywhere else, there is, but Austin, Texas. Let's go ahead and welcome John Henninger. John, are you still with us? Wait. Yeah, John Fenninger. I'm sorry. I don't know why I added the H. How are you doing today? Welcome. Go ahead and do your thing. hold on, wait. We're not getting audio from you. Oh, no. Is it just me or can you guys hear? No, okay. Try again. Okay, try now.
Hello.
All right, that works. Hey, for real this
Got me?
time. Here's John. Yeah, welcome. We can hear you now.
Okay,
Good to have you
good.
here.
Thank you, Richie. In a ruin lost, in a jungle deep, in a castle of moss and vine, on a cobbled floor an adventurer sits and calmly swirls his wine. A world beyond imagining may lie inside his cup. A chance to have a chance like this. How could he pass this up? In a blinding flash he gets a glimpse of the world that he may see, and these thoughts of his can't help but swirl into thoughts of what may be. What universe may lie inside his cup of gold? A moment's pause, a passing thought. What secrets does it hold? In a mirror made of crimson red, he reflects upon his thoughts, then pivots back and taps his chin and reflects on what was lost. He dwells on eras long since past and forgotten lore of old, on the multitude of secrets kept in the chalice that he holds. They all point to the answers he knows he's bound to find, solutions to the mysteries that burn inside his mind. In the growing light of early morn, he stops to touch his toes on the many frosted tufts of grass that grow between the stones. His fingers play along the rim of shining coral and onyx, a perfect ring of precious stones that adorn this golden goblet. A perfect ring of precious stones. He taps each one in kind, then swirls his thumb around the rim and stares into his wine. He pauses on each passing thought and considers each with patience, till the morning sun creeps through the cracks of this tower long since ancient. Like a knowing wink, he sees a flash as the morning sun strikes onyx, a flash that seems to whisper of the secrets of this goblet. In a ruin lost, in a jungle deep, in a castle lost to time, an adventurer must stop to rest before he drinks his wine. A pause before a journey deep and bold, a chance to see what lies inside his cup of gold. That's poetry from the jungles of Colombia. I wrote that one. Yeah, I have one more from the same trip. This one is called The Shaman. With two eyes looking at his nose, and two eyelids that are mostly closed. With one eye opened just a little, the shaman sits and watches still. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, John. That was I love the reading of that. You know, definitely use your space to add attention and wait to the words. How can people, I know a lot of people are seeing you for the first time. Welcome again to the spot. How can people follow and support you online if you wish to share that info?
Thank you, Richie. Follow me at John D. Fenninger Poetry. Sleep the eye, now make it sleep.
Yeah, alrighty then. Awesome, man. Thank you. And if you have any links, feel free to share that in the chat as well. I'll forward that to everyone on YouTube. Yeah, this has been a really great show. Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is our online open mic. If you want to perform, we still have a little bit of room. We do have a link to sign up in the description of our YouTube video. That is, of course, if you're watching live Monday night. If you're watching it at any point during the week, you are more than welcome to sign up for a future Monday night. We're here every Monday. Terry is raising your hand. Does that mean you want to sign up? Let me know in the chat. Oh, you signed up. Okay, I'll be adding people. Cool. So we got some room. We still got a couple people signing up. Terry Rose Jetson just signed up, aka the Chameleon Poetic. Someone we haven't seen in a little while as well. And Julian Matthews signed up. So yeah, Teza Somok is here and signed up. So we're still getting people in. We still got a little bit of room. If you want to sign up, we do have a link in the description. Otherwise, let us know you're listening. We have a live chat going on right now. Just let us know you're here. Say hi, and again, if you have anything you want to say to any of the performers, I'll make sure to let people know. And again, if you do say that, I'll go ahead and give you a shout out as well during the mic. It's been a really fun one so far. So again, thanks to the power of the internet and being able to just travel anywhere, we're going to go from Austin back to El Paso and now over to Pittsburgh, where we have the one and only Vale Larkin, who's going to share a little bit of multimedia, a little video presentation this time around. Vale is an amazing poet. You can go back on the archives and check out plenty of their amazing work. And even right now, we're going to get to see a little project that they've been working on with the help of some others. So, hey, Vale, how's it going? Welcome. Happy Monday.
Welcome. Happy Monday. Yeah, this piece is really important to me. I wrote it about a year and a half ago, and it's unfortunately become more and more relevant. The piece is called Ritual to Summon Roses, and it contains the names, this version contains the names of all of the trans people murdered in the US since 2020, the beginning of 2020. And I gathered a group of queer and trans people and strong allies that I knew, and those who had time to do it agreed, and we got together and read it as a group. And so that's what this video is. One second, this was muted, sorry. Ritual to summon roses. First, we beg you, please wake up. Tiana, she won't. Samuel, he can't. Bianca, she won't. Dominique, she can't. Vans, she won't. Anne-Marie, she can't. Duval, she won't. Jasmine, she can't. Casey, she won't. Unique, she can't. Maria, she won't. Please wake up.
Second, we beg you, please wake up. Alexis, she won't. China, she can't. JJ, he won't. Jasmine, she can't. Jenna, she won't. Zaki, she can't. Shashay, she won't. Cypress, she can't. Naomi, she won't. Matthew, he can't. Paloma, she won't. It's too late now, but please wake up.
Third, we beg you, please wake up. Diamond, she won't. Rihanna, she can't. Idolin, she won't. Tatiana, she can't. Catherine, she won't. Kenyatta, she can't. Tortuguita, they won't. Tasia, she can't. It's too late now for all our grief. Please wake up.
Fourth, we beg you, please wake up. Jada, she won't. Dominique, she can't. Remy, she won't. Tiara, she can't. Natalia, she won't. Iris, she can't. Tiffany, she won't. Ashley, she can't. Coco, she won't. Banco, he can't. Mia, she won't. Ariana, she can't. Fern, they won't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow. Please wake up.
5th, we beg you, please wake up. Carrie, she won't. Shahida, she can't. Whispering Wind, they won't. Sophia, she can't. Danica, she won't. Serenity, she can't. Oliver, he won't. Thomas, she can't. Poe, he won't. Ray, he can't. Nedra, she won't. Shanalika, she can't. Sasha, she won't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, for all the silence. Please wake up.
6th, we beg you, please wake up. EJ, he won't. Tiara Marie, she can't. Brazil, she won't. Charmaine, she can't. Kitty, she won't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, for all the silence. Please wake up.
7th, we beg you, please wake up. Taya, she can't. Shy, she won't. Mortasia, she can't. Kashia, she won't. Cherry, she can't. Maricela, she won't. Hayden, she can't. Candy, she won't. Aaron, he can't. Maddie, they won't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, for all the silence. It's too late for love of family. Please wake up.
8th, we beg you, please wake up. Coco, she won't. Pooh, she can't. Zoe, she won't. Dede, she can't. Maya, she won't. AC, she can't. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, for all the silence. It's too late for love of family, friends embracing all their facets. Please wake up.
9th, we beg you, please wake up. Desire, she won't. Brianna, she can't. Kier, she won't. Samaj, he can't. It's too late now. All our grief, all our sorrow, all the silence. Too late now for love of family, friends embracing all their facets, all their light illuminating. Please wake up.
10th, we beg you, please wake up. Mel, he won't. Royal, she can't. Joe, she won't. Jessie, she can't. Ricky, she won't. And Tiffany, she can't. It's too late now in all our grief, all our sorrow, all the silence. It's too late now for love of family, friends embracing all their facets, all their light illuminating every human that surrounds us. Please wake up.
11th, we beg you, please wake up. Marquisha, she won't. Jenny, she can't. Angel, Danielle, she can't. Chris, she won't. Kelly, she can't. Daniel, he won't. Diamond, she can't.
12th, Nakai, she won't. Destiny, she can't. Marquis, he won't. Kaylee, she can't. Please wake up. It's too late now for all our grief, for all our sorrow, all the silence. Too late now for love of family, friends embracing, lights all shining. Every human that surrounds us, every human in the silence. Please wake up. smile.
Hey, Vale. Thank you for putting that together, arranging it, and shout out to everyone who was part of that. Very important message. Give that one some room to breathe. How can people follow, support your work, and if you have any links as well for anything you have going on, please let us know.
Yes, let me put up my links and also my the donation link I like to send people to. Sorry, I should have had this ready, and instead I was focusing on the video. Yes, I do a lot of work to help support organizations that support the trans community, in particular organizations run by Black Americans, because as a white American, I owe reparations, and this is one way to pay them. So I will put up a link for Sisters Pittsburgh, which is a Black trans femme-led group that helps homeless and housing insecure trans and LGBT people in Pittsburgh, with a focus on Black and trans people, but they help everyone. And they're the head of their organization, Sierra Thomas, is actually a powerhouse, and she's actually even on our governor's advisory board. So they're a great organization to support. I'll put their link up in chat.
All right. Cool. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Bill. I'll go ahead and repost those in just a moment. Again, great job. Hopefully we get more people to see that. I'll make sure to share that as well, because it's on YouTube, right? If you have the link on that, I can share that as well on our social media pages, so more people can see it as well. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and continue on. Once again, everyone, welcome to our online open mic. This is every Monday. So if you're watching and want to be a part of this, you are more than welcome to do so. All you have to do is sign up. The list is starting to get a little full, so just kind of keep that in mind, but we can make room for you. We can stay out. I don't have any work tomorrow, so we can stay a little late, you know, but we're going to go ahead and continue onward. That was Vale in Pittsburgh, and now we're going to come back to Texas and say hello to Arlette, aka Lungs of Dust, who has been rocking the mic lately in her words. What's up? Hey, welcome back.
What's up, Richie? That was really great by Vale. If anybody starts here, you should go back and watch that, because that was really beautiful. Good job, Vale. So I have my set's gonna be pretty short-ish tonight. I have one that I read on here back in November. I think it was maybe like the second or third time that I was here I read this. And it's kind of fitting with like 4th of July. I have a friend whose birthday is on the 5th of July, even though my mom's birthday is also tomorrow, but this is about my friend whose birthday is on the 5th of July. And I was like roaming around Oklahoma. And anyway, I ended up writing this later, but I have that. And then I have kind of like a new short piece, and then I'll do a little cover. Anyway, they're all tiny, but I guess that's why I'm talking so much right now. So this one's untitled. It was the 5th of July. I was so high, getting lost in the back roads of Oklahoma, finding churches for sale, burning film to remember every detail, hoping this asphalt finds me sacred, the old dust of the Cherokee on my windshield, wanting to be healed. I was trying to make the most of that summer, resurrecting myself in a way before I really decay. I drove and drove, even left pieces of myself there. My old worn out shoes, they spent so much time on grip tape, saw every scrape. So I flung them over power lines to create their own vines. It was your birthday, dear friend. I carry that number around me always, like the scars on my knee. I know death comes with its fee. I'm a long ways from home. I have no backup plans for anything. I have no idea where I'll sleep tonight or what will happen at daylight. The only plan I have is adding miles to my face, spilling tears down my cheeks, chain smoking cigarettes. I'm sure these lungs are gone by now. And somehow I'll get higher and higher at each mile marker before the day grows darker. I took an exit somewhere in a small town I'll never see again. I watched kids burn the last remaining fireworks in their street. I watched it all from the front seat. I felt the last of my feelings as the fireworks hit the ceilings. I felt ruined then, but always the mistake of a child who yet knows their fate. Fuck, I miss that interstate. It was your birthday, dear friend, and I was off getting lost in Oklahoma, searching for a home, but that day your birthday was the best to roam. That was my first one, and I've read it on here before back in November, but I don't know, I kind of like it. And my second one's kind of like, it's a little tiny one. It was close to midnight. The city had died down, but I was just coming alive. I walked forever. I followed my shadow to the place where the moon begins, a clearing, and I cleared my mind then of love, of passion, of romance, of whatever that has detached me. But as the moon rose, I wished I could have shown it to you then, but it was just me and my shadow, and we watched the moon rise at midnight. That's a little tiny thing that I wrote. And my last one, it's kind of fitting too. It's like another little moon poem. It's by Leonard Cohen. It's like a teeny tiny little thing. It's called The Moon. The moon is outside. I saw the great uncomplicated thing when I went to take a leak just now. I should have looked at it longer. I'm a poor lover of the moon. I see it all at once, and that's it for me and the moon. And that's it. I did it again, damn it.
Did what? No, that was great.
I did the that's it thing, and I was trying not to.
You should do the mariachi dun. We'll know
I
it's
should do
over.
the little bow thing that we talked
The
about.
classic bow, yeah. All right, no, thank you so much. And if people are tuning in and like, I really love that, and I want to see what you do with it and do more, and she's also an amazing photographer. How can people support you on that?
You can follow me on Instagram. I've been so bad about posting this year, but I'm hoping to have some new like film photos soon. But yeah, I'm kind of more of like a street photographer, so.
That's cool. All right, I dig that. Hey, when you come back on Paso, let's do a photo shoot. I got some cool spots in mind, but because I want to learn. I've got my cameras, but I usually just use it for the open mics, and I just feel like
Let's do it. I'll show you how to take some self-portraits too. We talked about that.
Yes, yes, let's do all that. Thank you so much. Lungs of Dust, everyone. Appreciate you for joining us. What was I going to say? Hey, if you are on our YouTube channel and you have not yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so. In addition to these online shows, we have a lot of content already posted and on the way. I have podcasts. I have live recordings from the open mics, and I have sessions that I call Fresh Cuts, which is kind of like NPR Tiny Desk series meets Bun Poetry. And I also have another series called The Speakeasy, where we highlight musicians in the city at one of our local venues called Craft Rhythm and Brews. Last month, we featured an up-and-coming singer-songwriter by the name of Paso. She's just sensational. I really wish she could join us for these online shows, but it's hard for her to do so. But she just always lights up the stage when she goes on. And this month, we're going to be featuring Michael Martinez, aka Aztec Caves. He's going to be our featured artist this month at Craft Rhythm and Brews for our Speakeasy. And also that one's being converted into just a music and poetry open mic as well, just because it's just stress-free to not have to worry about one stupid thing the comedian says after. I was trying to quote Kit here, but I was already messed up. But yes, check that out, guys. We're gonna go ahead and continue. Speaking of Kit, guess who's next? Someone who's been here. He's rocking one amazing t-shirt, I might add. But let's go ahead and welcome Mr. Monday Night, Kit Rand. Go ahead and take it away, man.
Will do.
Let's get you on.
You know, wasn't sure if I was going to read it or not, but you added it to the list, and I think I read it so much I have memorized. So I'm going to show off a little bit. The comedians have renounced raunch and transphobia and hatred in general. They credit me for their Damascene moments. They line up and say sorry and thank you as if it is all one word, a chant for newly shaved Hare Krishnas. They have arranged this event, the first of its kind post-pandemic, to prove their sincerity to me. One approaches the mic and then another. They are all reading aloud from the same worn copy of Capitalism and Schizophrenia by Giles Deleuze. They take turns reading from the same copy, passing it between each other, going for exactly 7 minutes each. It has a tag from a used bookstore, University of Vermont. Yeah. Charlie the Catamount is just barely smiling at me from the crinkled sticker on the spine. Their faces as they perform are intense, and as the others sit and watch, they are rapt. One is taking notes. My companion and I retreat to the patio, and by her leave, I smoked my first cigarette in 4 years. One by one, the comedians follow me out, eager and pleading like seminary students. Is this better? Are we better now, Kit? Have we made up for our sins and our wayward lives? The truth is, I don't know. The truth is, I thought I would always have to fight the comedians over saying one awful thing or another. I viewed it as a responsibility that I had to the scene. And the truth is, I have a middle management bred paranoia about what it means when a responsibility gets taken away. The truth is, I liked to fight against the comedians so much that I never gave a thought to what victory would look like. The truth is, I confess to the one with a notebook, I haven't read very much theory. Like that one, because at the end, I'm kind of a buffoon too. I don't make myself the righteous avenger. I'm pretty confused as well by this turn of things. You know, just something to keep in mind when you're writing this kind of advocacy poetry, is that you're also kind of a buffoon, probably. And now 2 short ones from me. I abandoned fiction because once I made a man, he had to die. Whether I portrayed it or not, it was going to happen. And I was responsible. I had put him carelessly in Time's Riptide and had to watch, knowing that my answers to his gurgled questions would not be satisfactory. This is why God is so resentful. Why he refuses to answer direct questions. He fancied us for a hobby, and over eons, we became a job. I thought I had lost these because the site where I keep things, because I don't like Google Docs, because I'm too dumb to use Google Docs, went down for about 2 weeks, but it came back. And now I would have made a lot of money betting on LO outlasting Twitter, but now you can probably get good odds for that. Some of my dreams are bad ideas. I safely get to watch them play out like I would watch a sun bear clamber up his tree at the zoo. Some of my dreams are warnings. Despite the topic being danger, they are staid and matter of fact, like a training video at a chemical factory. I try to play it safe, I try to encourage my dreams to be slightly altered memories, deleted scenes and storyboards of a past that was, more or less. But I can only buy what's on offer. I can only take what the concierge at the Nightmare Hotel shows me. He keeps smiling, but his eyes keep doing other things, not even unified in their mandate. One rolls to the ceiling, the other to the floor. He offered once to let me die. I negotiated no pain and no blood. I watched myself get electrocuted by a faulty headset in an old job I used to have. There was a total black. There was a silence that went into my mouth. And when I woke up, I was startled, dismayed, and untrusting of the life after death. Sometimes the world now devolves into clicks and fuzz like a UHF television being twisted out of malice. And I long again for the silence of the tomb, which I had for about 5 minutes. I wouldn't want to stay. I would use it responsibly to orient myself like a factory reset. It would turn annoyances back into novelties. But I don't trust what I want. The archetypes of anti-drug PSAs are imprinted on me. And the concierge at the Nightmare Hotel is far too eager to give me what I want. And for my cover, excuse the length a bit, but blind patriotism, no longer an option for thinking folks, but don't want to give in to nihilism either. So like this could still be something if we wanted it to be. Don't you want it to be? And so a poem in that tone and in that vein by the late Lawrence Ferlinghetti is I Am Waiting. I am waiting for my case to come up, and I am waiting for a rebirth of wonder. And I am waiting for someone to really discover America and wail. And I am waiting for the discovery of a new symbolic Western frontier. And I am waiting for the American eagle to really spread its wings and straighten up and fly right. And I am waiting for the age of anxiety to drop dead. And I am waiting for the war to be fought, which will make the world safe for anarchy. And I am waiting for the final withering away of all governments. And I am perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the second coming, and I am waiting for a religious revival to sweep through the state of Arizona. And I am waiting for the grapes of wrath to be stored. And I am waiting for them to prove that God is really American. And I am waiting to see God on television. If only they can find the right channel to tune in on. And I am waiting for the Last Supper to be served again with a strange new appetizer. And I am perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for my number to be called, and I am waiting for the Salvation Army to take over. And I am waiting for the meek to be blessed and inherit the earth without taxes. And I am waiting for forests and animals to reclaim the earth as theirs. And I am waiting for a way to be devised to destroy all nationalisms without killing anybody. And I am waiting for linnets and planets to fall like rain. And I am waiting for lovers and weepers to lie down together again in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the great divide to be crossed, and I am anxiously waiting for the secret of eternal life to be discovered by an obscure general practitioner, and I am waiting for the storms of life to be over, and I am waiting to set sail for happiness, and I am waiting for a reconstructed Mayflower to reach America with its picture story and TV rights sold in advance to the natives, and I am waiting for the lost music to sound again in the lost continents in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the day that maketh all things clear, and I am awaiting retribution for what America did to Tom Sawyer, and I am waiting for Alice in Wonderland to retransmit to me her total dream of innocence, and I am waiting for Child Roland to come to the final darkest tower, and I am waiting for Aphrodite to grow live arms at a final disarmament conference in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting to get some intimations of immortality by recollecting my early childhood. And I am waiting for the green mornings to come again, youth's dumb fields come back again. And I am waiting for some strains of unpremeditated art to shake my typewriter, and I am waiting to write the great indelible poem, and I am waiting for the last long, careless rapture, and I am perpetually waiting for the fleeing lovers on the Grecian urn to catch each other up at last and embrace, and I am awaiting perpetually and forever a renaissance of wonder. Can't find my paper, too late to look for it. Instagram as at Kit Ran Away, Twitter, you don't need to worry about that. That's, we're on to the next thing. No. I'll tell y'all when I have a Blue Sky invite, because I got on Blue Sky. Shout out Mike Groves. Kofi.com/KitRen, where you'll find a belletristic, unnecessarily artsy-fartsy blog about American football, because that Venn diagram, I understand, it usually looks like a set of car headlights, but I love it. So, good night, Liz. And you can find me on Facebook easy enough. And the Tumblewords Project. Year 28, been just as strong as all the years before. This week, this Saturday, it's going to be, I don't know if you heard this guy. I think it's a Kite Wern. Yeah. Oh, that's me. It's Kit Ren. Okay. That's me. I'll be presenting a workshop about Ross Gay and his book of essays, The Book of Delights. And I would be delighted if I saw you all there. Got great things for the rest of July, for the rest of August. I'm getting better at everything. I even have some things for September planned in advance. Getting less worse every day. That's all I can ask. Speaking of less worse, here's a better host than me, Richie.
Oh man, you got me on that one. I was like, who is that? Oh yeah, you got me. Yeah, that's one of my favorite poems. Like every time I teach a poetry class, I have to share it. And usually my students love it too. So I'm glad you got to read that one. Yeah, awesome. So once again, welcome everyone to our online open mic. We have plenty of performers left. In fact, let me repost this in the chat, our lineup, and let's see, it looks like we're going to be traveling to the East Coast and visiting New Jersey for our next performer. She's in the house. We got Terry Rose Dirtson, aka the Chameleon Poetic. Hey Terry, how are you doing? Happy Monday night. Go ahead and do your thing. Take it away.
Today is the anniversary of Jim Morrison's death, so I decided I was going to pull a poem. And I found this. I have a book of his poems, but I'll be darned if I know where it is. So I have to actually go look online. So this is called Power. I can make the earth stop in its tracks. I made the blue cars go away. I can make myself invisible or small. I can become gigantic and reach the farthest things. I can change the course of nature. I can place myself anywhere in space or time. I can summon the dead. I can perceive events on other worlds, in my deepest inner mind and in the minds of others. I can. I am. So my favorite line from one of his songs, and I can't remember which one it is, yeah, never mind, forget that one. I'm gonna read one of my poems. The mind is a terrible thing to waste when you get older, or when you get a concussion and you have post-concussive disorder. Okay. Here's some haikus. Happiness happens, hopefully honestly won. Happy honey bun. Happiness happens, hover on clouds or earthbound, heavenly harp sounds. Happiness happens, hidden in tearful faces, holding heart spaces. And I have a book, and it's called The Chameleon Chronicles, and it's over there. If you want to get a copy of my book, you can hit me up on Terry Rose Dirtson on Facebook, or The Chameleon Poetic on Instagram, or you can go on Red or Green Books, which Red or Green Books is spelled R-E-A-D, or Green Books, and order from Marissa Prada, who is the publisher. And I'm going to be at the Poetry Festival in New York City in July with Generalissimo on stage on Sunday at 11:30. If anybody wants to meet in person. That's it for me.
All right. Thank you, Terry. And feel free to also add any links there. Terry in New Jersey, the Chameleon Poetic, go check her out online. Yeah, and that summer festival always looks so much fun. I would have probably tried to make plans to go if I hadn't gone to Seattle, but traveling's expensive, you know. But yeah, that's still a future plan. The Poetry Fest always looks like a lot of fun. Anyway, our next performer, like a couple months ago, we had a fly fest here in El Paso, which was a fly market. Sorry, it was a fly market. And it was a hip hop themed day market with vendors, live performances, DJs at one of our cool venues in Central called Café con Leche. And one of the things that we had there was a freestyle cipher. And our next performer couldn't wait to get started. You know, he even though we had it planned during the day, he kept on trying to grab a mic and just start flowing with the DJs who were playing. It was pretty funny, but you know, he got down on some raps, some rhymes. But shout out to the Confessional Poets. He said he's going to share a little bit of Sylvia Plath today, and of course maybe something original. It's Alan, but of course he likes to go by Elaine, the main in the house. Are you still with us? Yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Not too bad, honestly. Just kind of hanging in there.
Go ahead and do your thing, man. Take it away.
Thank you. Tonight I'm gonna be performing some poems by Sylvia Plath, and then if I have some time, I might just do some of mine. They're kind of quick, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. This one is Mystic by Sylvia Plath. The air is a mill of hooks, questions without answer, glittering and drunk as flies, whose kiss stings unbearably in the fetid wombs of black air under pines in summer. I remember the dead smell of sun on wood cabins, the stiffness of sails, the long salt winding sheets. Once one has seen God, what is the remedy? Once one has been seized up, without a part left over, not a toe, not a finger, and used utterly in the sun's conflagration, the stains that lengthen from ancient cathedrals. What is the remedy? The pill of the communion tablet, the walking beside still water, memory, or picking up the bright pieces of Christ in the faces of rodents, the tame flower nibblers, the ones whose hopes are so low that they are comfortable, The humpback in his small washed cottage under the spokes of the clematis, is there no great love, only tenderness? Does the sea remember the walker upon it? Meaning leaks from the molecules the chimneys of the city breathe, the window sweats, the children leap in their cots, the sun blooms, it is geranium. The heart has not stopped. And that one is Mystic. I got into like Sylvia Plath because I had a thought one day. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna read. So I was like, oh, I need to read The Bell Jar. So I was like, I was gonna read The Bell Jar, but then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna like go read her poetry too, so that way I like totally get all her work like done. I was like, I'm gonna do Sylvia Plath's poetry. So this one is Natural History. That lofty monarch mind, blue-blooded in coarse country reigned, though he bedded in ermine, gorged on roast. Pure philosophy his love engrossed, while subjects hungered, empty-pursed, with stars, with angels he conversed. Till sick of the ruler's godling errors, in one body those earth-born commoners rose up and put royal nerves to the rack. King Egghead saw his domain crack, his crown usurped by the low brow of the base barbarous Prince Owl. And that one was Natural History. And then this one is Never Try to Trick Me with a Kiss. Never try to trick me with a kiss, pretending that the birds are here to stay. The dying man will scoff and scorn at this. A stone can masquerade where no heart is, and virgins rise where lustful Venus lay. Never try to trick me with a kiss. Our noble doctor claims the pain is his, while stricken patients left him have his say. The dying man will scoff and scorn at this. Each viral bachelor dreads paralysis. The old maid in the gable cries all day, never try to trick me with a kiss. The suave internal serpents promise bliss to mortal children longing to be gay. The dying man will scoff and scorn at this. Sooner or later something goes amiss. The singing birds pack up and fly away, so never try to trick me with a kiss. The dying man will scoff and scorn at this. And that was Never Try to Trick Me with a Kiss by Sylvia Plath. I'm gonna go ahead and end my time with some poetry that I wrote. These past couple, like this past week or two, I haven't really been writing too much. I've done like maybe a poetry or like a poem or two, but I haven't like been able to like kickstart or like jumpstart my writing. So I'm gonna try and do something tonight and see what I got. But this is just kind of like what I was able to come up with after I was like doing some like Sylvia Plath studying. I was able to like transfer over some of this. So this is this is Painstaking by me. Painstaking. Well, starts off poetry. You have gotten the best of me. You are quite clearly without definition. Your words, often omitted, leave a painstaking injury where there should be white. Your verbs, often rescinded, show me why the journey less traveled is best not made overnight. You have given me a gift without much delay. Your words, your images, all displayed on one lengthy page. The best thing about you is that I can read you as I may. The only thing I dislike is that with you, I do not start my day. Poetry is best observed where the pieces should best lay. The best thing about poets is their work and that it's still alive to this day. Poetry, you mock me and I copy you. That was Painstaking by me. And then this one is Under the Cottonwood. There's a white cottonwood that sits on like it's my neighbor's cottonwood, so it's on the other side of the fence, and it's been there for like forever, but it's like huge and it's got like green leaves, and it's like it's so nice to just like sit out there and just like look at the tree when you have like nothing else going on. So this one is just called Under the Cottonwood, and this will be my last one for the night. Out back, there's a big white tree that's been growing for eternity. Tall, white, and unmoving, yet still calm and soothing. Its green leaves sway in the wind. Thick, long branches over years of expansion at its base, you'll find mint. During the day, squirrels race and play, chasing one another like sister or brother. I don't know when it was planted or how old it is, but much peace it has granted, and much time has passed since this White, strong bark like the underbelly of a shark stood small against the outcrop and soaked its first raindrop. It has grown large and wide with deep roots to hide. Beneath its mass is little grass, but stones are scattered in places that mattered when it first came to seed. Thank you. And that was Under the Cottonwood Tree. Thank you, guys. You can find me at Elaine the Main, ALAINTHEMANE. I'm just going to be writing poetry and just hanging out and trying to like up my knowledge while I kind of like just keep writing. But yeah, thank you guys. It's great to perform and see you guys again. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Yeah, thank you for sharing all that. Having your originals plus Plath. It's always great to discover a writer that a lot of people cherish and dive into their work. It's one of those things that there's like a popular XKCD comic. If you guys know, XKCD, right? But there's just like about discovering something new every day, and that's like really exciting thing. You're like, it's like a small percentage of people who discover something new. But yeah, glad you're diving into Plath a little bit. All right, hey guys, we're gonna go and continue with our next performer who doesn't know where they are joining us from today, but according to their sign up, they're the most adorable on Wednesdays. So come and join them and have a positively memorable arch nemesis for Thursday, Mike. The theme is delve into your dark side. Are you the villain in your story? Ooh, that sounds interesting. Joining us from the West Coast, let's go ahead and tune in with the one and only Finn Bell. What is up? Happy Monday. As always, happy to have you here with us.
Monday. Good to be here. Thanks so much, Richie. So I just want to share one poem tonight. This poem is from someone that I met on Thursday night, Eureka Poets Cafe. Her name is Bianca. She was so wonderful as to share this poem with me because I loved it so much. And I wanted to give a shout out to Bianca. She just started her own platform on Patreon, which is called the Dope Poet Society. It offers support and inspiration at every journey, every level of your journey of your poetic writing. So this poem is called His and Hers. It's by Bianca. Oh, by the way, she's her Patreon is patreon.com/Bianca, BWEYONKA. His and Hers. He doesn't know what he wants, but he knows he needs her, his. Sometimes the hottest starts have the coldest ends, yet your love fills my glass half full of time, full of gratitude, full of life, like your love can only fit my heart. Your love is a language fluent in besitos. I peel your petals back and put you on a pedestal of passion, written by a common ancestor we've grown to respect, studied by kindred spirits thirsting for someone to adore them the way you adore me. See, your love brings me energy. The power you hold in your own righteousness, invested in me because we go for broke, not brokenhearted. Vengeful, like who dares to break the heart of this human who loves? Well, thank you, because now I know how to love them the way they're built and not the way they fell. That Roman Empire love. Your love is a reminder that forever does exist as long as you're in it. Constantly planting a seed that only you can water with the soil you provide that keeps me grounded in your spirits. A testimony of faith to always be what you are, yourself. You deserve your flowers, yet your love is covered in thorns, the most beautiful damsel in distress. Now it's her turn. She knows that he's everything she's ever wanted, but she tries not to need him. Hers. Sometimes the strongest hearts have the weakest moments. My love knows its way around conversation, keeping the image of me in your mind vivid enough for you to eat my words that taste like honey and feel my presence like my velvet tongue only knows how to speak love. My love is distracting because and make sure you're always wanted, even on days you don't want yourself. It lets me know to love you harder on those days, because if those days turn into weeks, our faith in each other weakens, and I can't mend a love that left before I made things right by the weekend. My love hurts. It hurts of giving. It hurts of wanting. It hurts of needing. My love hurts even when I don't want it to. Yet maybe the way my love hurts can also mean my love heals. I'm only a rose with thorns. I bleed often enough to remind myself wounds turn into scars, pricked with earthly reminders that everything wilts with the winds. My blood is warm as a reminder that maybe my heart isn't meant to be this cold. And I don't know much, but I know if my love heals, then I can love someone who's worthy of experiencing my growth through my pain. Someone who is healing themselves and realizing love doesn't conquer all, but instead respects me just as much as they love me. The way I love is through your truth. Not the glories of yesterday, but through the eyes of green that showed you a way of life that made you so blue. My love is honest, straight up, and funny. My love is who I am. My love is my heart. My love is learning through my healing. My love is ever evolving. My love is you. Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing her work. Definitely, if you can share that Patreon link, I'll definitely forward it along. And please, anything you have going on as well. I don't know if you want to give a shout out to anything this week in particular, or anything you have going on.
I have my weekly early morning series. Well, that's next week, next Friday. Also, it's called Wake Up and Write. We just put up prompts. It's a silent writing space. And then every Friday, I have a class with the Society X. This month is a new series. It's a 5-part series. It's called Wordplay. It is basically poetry through fun and prompts, fun games and prompts. And you could find that on my link tree, which is /FinnBell. I'll post that in the chat. Thanks you. Thanks you.
No, thank you. Thanks you. I appreciate it. FinnBell, everyone. And any links that you have, I will go ahead and forward those to our fine peeps watching in on YouTube. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, FinnBell is such a pillar in these online communities, and you just saw it there by even just using your time to highlight someone else. And Bianca, you're more than welcome to join us as well. But yeah, thank you, FinnBell, for sharing her work. And if you guys ever have a chance, if you're online, go check out her events. You know what I'm saying? I'm still missing out. Like I'm usually like busy. I'm like, now that I'm doing like in-person events, I'm like hardly ever home anymore. Like I set aside Mondays for this, but like most other nights of the week, I'm like out, doing events, and it's crazy. It's intense. But one of these days, I'm gonna be sick at home or something, and I'm gonna be able to make one. So thank you as always. We're gonna go ahead and continue for our next performer. Oh, rhyming is just so necessary with words that flow so smooth like an estuary. Let's go ahead and welcome the one, the only Ed Poetastic. Mr. Rhyme so tight, you can feel fantastic. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Like no other with words like thunder. Your rhyme so sublime in the wonderful chime. Man, rhyme doesn't cost you nickel, penny, or dime. But that's the gift of rhyme. Such a divine. My name is Ed Potastic, and feeling fantastic. Please get time to jump rhyme off of sublime. I got 3 pieces, so you know I'm gonna rhyme. My first rhyme is called Oh Erica. Oh Erica, why are you in so much pain in these chains? You're not just free, but bound on your knees. People advertise your image in so many stages. It's really sad because you were never so ironclad. The founding fathers sending all to the slaughter, the extreme spreading hate throughout your state. The rich love to be greedy by ignoring the needy. The crooked cops love to go pop, pop, pop. The poor victims being taxed in the system. The old crimes lost to the passing of new times. The wars of what the fuck are we fighting for? The pandemic that's kind of sort of raising havoc. The golden fool is being used as mindless tools. The flash report is preaching everything but order. The social media bug hiding compassion on the rug. The worshippers of green causing crime scenes. The innocent in cages watching anarchy rages. The vivid machines cast away some humanity. The noisy guns seem to avoid the trial runs. The pleas of Mother Nature in blazing labor. The global warming clouds bring so loud. The deep drills paying the bills yet slowly kills. The few spoiling themselves yet don't indulge on the bookshelves. Erica, you're everything but red, white, and blue. What the fuck have they done to you? You're not a girl of opportunity, but an old woman with bags of pity. Oh, Erica, it's not your fault for thought. You're only victim of global assault. Thank you. I got another one. This is called Lyrical Butterflies. Oh, music, what can I say about you? You make me happier than the fist swim in the deep blue. All music is harm to our ears. It exterminates our darkest fears and leaves us into happy tears. Music can send fire to our hearts or a big warm hug. It can kill the inner traumas or the toxic bugs. Music gives a safe space. It gives a vibrant room to elevate, concentrate, and meditate with extra grace. Music gives us a nostalgia in a more surreal time. It reminds us we are alive in our physical and mental prime. Music raised oceans, destroyed mountains, and set off volcanoes. It's hard to believe just from listening to a few notes. Music can make you move and groove a billion times. It's deep in our roots, kind of like these rhymes. Music gives us a moment to express ourselves in this ugly yet beautiful world. It can inspire and teach any little boy or girl. Music is art in its own unique and luminous form to break out of our boring dorms. It could be a radiant sun or a chaotic storm, but listen in order to transform. Music is the air we breathe, the food we eat. It's the senses that freeze our bodies and burn our feet. Music is a performance that's happening inside our minds. Actually, it's like poetry. You can feel the energy going up our spines. Music is weight. Don't just take my word for it, but put on your headphones or earbuds and immerse yourselves in the musical blue. Let the notes go through and around you in order to get lost inside your whimsical cocoon. Thank you. And last but not least, this is called Weatherman. There's a man who cried alone for his glittering passing fancy. His warming heart turned to stone. He downpours enormous blue seas. She's a woman adored by the stars for his heartfelt alluring amazement. His heart beating like a sports car. Too bad he wasn't worthy entertainment. The skies were vivid in a snowy breeze for his soft, scorching passion. His hand suddenly freeze, couldn't give her instant satisfaction. The man get lost in his wonderland while being blinded by the flashing signs. Slowly he's the lord of the quicksand. His celestial fate and destiny was aligned. The man's face used to be brighter than the sun, yet it's bleached pale than the full moon. He calls for gray showers when he runs, while his weeping heart turns into a swollen balloon. He creates hurricanes while he drinks to forget about his sweet nightingale. His many griefs and worries start to sink, while his hangovers ring louder than any bell. The storms roar about her hugs and kisses, yet the thunder strikes with inner criticism. The luminous embrace he misses as his inner ominous tornadoes destroys him. He creates the milky mist in her image, an homage to his woman in white. His sunny emotions quickly diminishes. Now he's the fog in her hungry, alluring sight. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ed. And as always, man, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me at this wonderful mic that makes our Monday night such a delight in the wonderful spotlight. But if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman and my IG is EddieForeman92. And remember, if the mic's right, I'll be there to shine, plus the insight. If you send me a question, if you take guests, the answer is yes. Hope everyone stay healthy, safe, and blessed. Now stop spewing the wonderful words outside your chest. Now stop being and doing and being your best. And happy 4th of July. Woo! Hate the skies.
All right. Thank you, Ed. That's awesome, man. I love it. I love it. Yeah, man, we may not all want fireworks to be popping off, but all you guys are popping off on the screen with your words. So I already hear some already in the background. I'm like, people were testing these out on Sunday. I'm like, really? Like, okay, they work. They work. It's crazy. My cat's probably gonna be running inside in just a moment too. Yeah. But that is Ed Poetastic, everyone. Such a light and bright source to this whole night. I'm sorry, I can't rhyme like you do, man. I try it, and I get self-conscious. All right, so we're gonna go and continue. We have some more performers. As I mentioned before, thanks to Zoom, we're able to travel all around the country, all around the world. So right now we're gonna go ahead and go to Malaysia. That's right, we're getting international, where we have Julian Matthews back in the house to share a little something with us. And it's always great when he has the time to make it on with us. Julian, hey man, welcome back. Take it away.
Hi. This is called Moon Rising. 12 men stepped on you, bounced around a bit, planted some flags, stole some rocks, then left you alone for 51 years. In the interim, you pulled away the length of an average basketballer, an inch and a half yearly, a quiet escape, perhaps. Backstepping for the three-pointer. A slow, imperceptible receding into the abyss of space until one night we looked up and you were gone. No reality TV reveal moment, no walk of shame, no boardroom firing. No golden buzzer, no sinking spinning chairs, no early cowl acts, mid-performance. Only a stilling of the oceans. No longer lapping shores or hearts in waves. Our earthbound narcissism wobbling in shame, reducing you to a mere selfie bomber. The climate change chaos we ignited now an explosive lunatic's reality. You grew tired of all the odes, the songs, the poems, the art, pin-cushioning your wrinkled visage, framing you on walls, imprisoned in musty galleries, so many merciless, misogynistic metaphors, strident, sterile similes, lock and cock cliches, like darts, missing targets, a bullseye for dodgy, broken hearts. You left us because you had had enough and you needed to go. Clear your headspace, so to speak. Social distancing against a virulent human race, putting necessary boundaries on the universe's growing menace, those ungrateful billionaires and their outsized egos, turning your gnarly face, neither gracefully nor gently, to the stars, your dark side, mooning us forever. You always were a badass. We just never knew it. Thank you, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Julian. And as always, if you want to share, also, if you have any links that you want to share, social media, we are more than welcome to place them here in the chat. Yeah, you got people going crazy. I see Mike Siller there in his little rectangle going loud with his applause. So thank you, Julian. Alrighty then. Ooh, it has been a really great night. Thanks to everyone who's been here tonight. It is July 3rd. We will be back here next Monday. And if you're on Facebook and have us as the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, we already have the event page open. So you can look and you can find the date, and the link to sign up is already there if you want to sign up that early. Some people sign up that early and then forget. Just make sure it's the right date, because sometimes last month, I put them all ahead and some people signed up like ahead of time and stuff. So alrighty then. Hey, we're going to go and keep going with the night. I believe we're going to go ahead and travel back to the US, and this time the West Coast, Los Angeles, where we're going to tune in with El Profe, the Chicano poet, the man of many pseudonyms. You can find him at Gashes 2019. He has a couple books out and more on the way. Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Somok. What's going on, man?
What's up, Richie? You're surviving the Texas burn down?
Oof, yeah, it's rough. I'm in another room where it's a little cooler.
Yeah,
You can tell.
I was out in I was out in our farm, and I think we were out there, and it was like 112, and we're like, yeah, we got to get out. All right, well, I have 1 and 1. I have a new piece that I wrote today, and it just happened to line up this way, but I didn't plan it. It's an antler moon, and it's the time where the deer lose their velvet covering on their antlers. So this piece is very Chicano. So it's titled Ome Chica Wastli, which is the bone rattle staff or the talking stick. More particularly, you'll see it in the deer dancing with the yaome, the yaki, and then also down south you see it across. It's a transcontinental cultural aspect. So here we go. You are a bird, perhaps a butterfly sipping nectar at dawn's break. A single stroke by Chicome Xochipilli of the scapula or femur rasp. The deceased souls rise to join Mishkoa, patron of warriors and the hunt. The face of Mishkoal in the dry season hunting is the precursor to the rainy season agriculture. The flower world has always been bespeckled by the sacred deer at dawn. The notch rasps of Mesoamerica and northwest Mexico that step the flower world, centered on the sun, dawn, ancestors, moisture, flowers, corn, fertility, and moral ethical balance. Ethnogenesis, founding flower world, solar deer, hydrological cycles, and acts of rainmaking. Stepped and notch, formative, Chalcacinco, classic Teotihuacan, epic classic Cacaxtla, Teotenanco, late post classic Tula, Chichen Itzen, Mayapan, Cholula, Mitla, Tototepec, Tenochtitlan, transcontinental flower worlds. You hover there as a hummingbird, Totohuitziltzin, tonguing the nectar as the musician rasps actively, pushes the sun along its solar path. Long gone are the stone rasps and shaft tunes, the cloven mammals of Coamiles and Mascota, Jalisco, the 6 Aztatlan human bone rasps of Amapa, Compostela, Cerro de las Ventanas, Zacatecas, those at the burial mounds of Tizapan, La Peña, Culiacan, and the modern ones today at Wirikuta, who the Wirarica invoke as the flower world of the deer peyote hunt. The talking stick of ethnogenesis at Cueva de Tetavejo, Cerro de Trincheras, La Playa, Sonora. The scapula rasps of white-tailed deer or antelope of late Viejo Casas Grandes, lest we forget the ancient wooden rasps from the caves of Babo Origame, Chihuahua. The mammalian cloven rasps who pronounce the flower world ritualism at present at Paquime. The remnant human bone rasp with roots in southern Aztatlan influence, present day Yaome, Yoreme, Raramuri, Odami, Comac, Odam, western and eastern Pueblo groups, and others who use rasps today. Yaome rasps remain the living memory of deer dancing and flower worlds. Rasps imitate the deer's breath, or the sound of antlers when scraped on a bush or tree to rub off antler velvet. As a mourning butterfly, diseased being, or bird sipping nectar, the deer hunt has always been used by regimes as political legitimation and assertion of agency. Rasps are friction idiophones that vibrate to produce sounds when struck, shaken, or scraped. And in deer dances, they materialize flower whirls. The singer instantiates via the enchanted fawn stick, rasps the voice, and voices the deer, the only item that continues the language of the talking stick tree. The first dancer, Wok Bakeo, observes the sound of two deer rasping their antlers together as a form of ethno-musical genesis accompanied by the singing deer. The drum is the deer's heartbeat, and water inside the drum is the rain water the deer drinks. The deer's death is a nurturing act of sacrificial giving so that life continues, a concept actualized in the flower, sewa. Deer dancing bridges three realms traversed by the deer. One, Yoania, the enchanted world. Two, Huya Ania, the wilderness world, and three, Sea Ania, the flower world. Those who know the deer language and behavior possess Sea Ataka, the flower gift, the gift that aids curing deer dancing and seeing into other worlds. All right, I'm gonna switch over to my other ability. You missed it, Richie. You're gonna have to go back and listen, man. Playing with a cat, an intermission. Anyway, so this is an original. I wrote this, I think. I have a piece titled Aslan Tenochtitlan, and this is my song version of Aslan Tenochtitlan. But instead we found ourselves in a different place. East LA ghetto, a harsh reality we face. Aslan to Tenochtitlan, promised but the promises made were merely empty words. As we struggle in ghettos, our voices go unheard. Aslan to Tenochtitlan, promise Aslan but receive the discontent. From the streets of Chicago to Mexico City's pain, Indios Verdes Ecatec, where hopes were slain. We hold our culture, our heritage strong, but the struggles and hardships, they still carry on. Through the barrios and the concrete walls, we reside, searching for a home where dignity won't hide. Aslan promise still burns within our soul. We won't give up the fight till our dreams unfold. Aslan to Tenochtitlan, promise Aslan must receive the discontent. From the streets of Chicago to Mex Indios Verdes Ecatepec, where hopes were slain. Here we go with the outro. In Aslan and Tenochtitlan, our voices will rise, demanding justice, breaking chains that bind. Aslan to Tenochtitlan, our journey is not done. Together we'll strive till the promised land is won. How's that, Richie?
Awesome, man. The battle's not over. Bring that song to the front lines. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sharing it. Yeah, man. I like to hear your stuff. Plus the poem. I mean, I did miss a part of it. I had to run off, but yeah, I caught the end, and I always I think my favorite of yours are those pieces. But yeah, I'll have to go back and check it out. Do you have anything coming up? How can people follow and support you online?
No, I've been working on the Time Tacos. We made it out of Act 1. I think I've missed a couple of sessions here, and then we're gonna start on Act 2 and do. I have a couple of episodes already lined up, but this piece came out today. The one on the it was on theme for the New Rican today, and it just happened to line up with the antler moon, and so it's just all different kind of coincidences together. But folks can follow me on Instagram under Gaseous2019, and then on Facebook under Pandemic Poets. If you want to support my work, best way is to purchase my book on Amazon. I Am Not Your Chihuahua. Folks, I have a couple more reviews coming in, and they're really, really good. So, looking forward to that.
Right on. Awesome. Well, as always, thanks for joining us. Looking forward to always the development, what you have on your, I guess, coming up, coming soon. Right, everyone. This is Somok. I am not sure. Go check it out. If you need links, we can forward that to you as well. Yeah. All right. Let me see here. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to everyone who's performed so far. It's been a really fun show. As always, we're here every Monday. You guys are more than welcome to join us. Next up, we got someone who's been here since day one, and they've been here every single week since day one. Always, and they've gone above and beyond on some weeks. I'm like, if you know, you already know. But I will be sharing some links on YouTube based on some of Tez's stuff. But right now, we're going to go ahead and come back to El Paso. By the way, if you are in El Paso area, come visit us. We do have shows in person as well. We have a variety of open mics, from open to everything to some that are just poetry and some that are just poetry and music. This Thursday, I'm going to be sharing some poetry in downtown El Paso with a live jazz band. Along with this awesome poet by the name of Mariah. Her stage name is You. And I think our third poet might be out of town. So we might fill in with, well, it'll be a surprise. But that's this Thursday. If you're in downtown El Paso, come check it out. I'll be spinning some poetry with the live jazz band. But right now, we're going to go ahead and hand things over to the one, the only, Dan the Man. And he's holding something there. What you got there, man? Really? Uh-oh. Audio stuff.
Yeah, I tried to log in. I wanted to explain about a week ago, Saturday, the day after birthday, which I know Kit and Robin were there, and especially Flauta. But they had to leave. We do apologize. Yeah. But at least a couple of them showed up. Henry Thing, Brafa, Serahi, and the band Long Life 16. Well, at least only a couple, maybe a few showed up, and some three friends of yeah. Yeah. Oh, and what's so nice of Henry got me a gift right here. It is a thermal for Cheetos. I like this. What do you think? Yeah, it's a stainless steel vacuum mug. And wash only, do not go away. But so thoughtful of him. Thank you very much. Yeah. And that's not all. And I did show you last week the room, yeah, and it's autographed by Eric Sestero, and who's best known as Mock. Oh, hi, Mock. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yes, I don't have to. Yeah. And it was nice though. Yeah. Well, this is very nice. Yeah, damn me a pod, Lisa. This is nice. And I had a dream they did a sequel to The Room. Yeah, if I talk to Greg, I'll explain everything. Yeah. And this hot sauce was very nice of Alyssa Shea Hale, the creator of the Hale Yeah hot sauce. This is very nice, very wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, this is very nice. Hale Yeah, this is nice. Yep. All right. Okay, well, a couple more later. All right, since we're now in July, and here we go once again. Yeah. Once again, the Child's Calendar by John Updike. July. Bang, bang, kaboom. We celebrate our National Independence Day, the 4th, with firecrackers, the marching of Legion Band. America, it makes us think of hot dogs, fries, and Coke to drink. Like that. The shade is hot. The little ants are busy, but poor Fido pants. And Tabby goes in a pool of fur she sheds to keep her cool. Yeah. There it is. And dun 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 dun. The month of July, our child's calendar by John Updike. Click. So nice. Since yeah, we are definitely more than halfway through to 2013. Yeah. So and we know tomorrow, USA. USA. Yep. Yeah, tomorrow's the 4th of July. So happy 4th of July to each and one of you. Let me see if I could do real quick let me see if I could do real quick let me see if I can do real quick okay, hold on a sec. Well, tomorrow we do see the fireworks, and no wonder in France we saw the coffee called Central Perk. Yep, it's always down in the Burke. Yeah. Even though we go to the park and see the fireworks, but we most see it where the Chihuahuas game at the ballpark. Yep. Yeah, the ballpark. It's sometimes a landmark, but mainly if you want to see another one like a baseball park or maybe Central Park or where are the fireworks? Well, that's the question mark. Yeah. So, well, yeah, the fireworks. They're kind of a trademark for 4th of July. And even if it was Six Flags or Disney World or Land, sorry, I prefer to go to the theme park, see the fireworks. Yeah. There it is once again, my rhyming dictionary. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Well, yeah, again, just keep in mind, I'm currently editing the one for my birthday from last Friday. Yeah, it's a long story. Yeah, I don't know when I'll get it done. I'm gonna film. I have a birth. I just already filmed a birthday tribute, which is today. For Glenn Garza. I will get to that, and so I already spoke to Glenn, so he's cool with that. So yeah. So and even though he noticed I'm having trouble with my computer and a lot of things, so but we'll film the 4th of July tomorrow, and yeah, I'm hoping to get it done. So just bear with me on this. I'm experiencing technical difficulties. So, all right. Yeah. And again, I do apologize from last week. Oh, man. It was a struggle worth a tuggle. All right, here it is. Read it and weep it. So yeah, like I said, I'm heavily behind schedule on my blogs, and it's a long story. Yeah, so I'm catching up on Instagram. So, but in the meanwhile, just find Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, and it's my channel, and don't forget to hashtag Dan the Man's Weekly. Okay, before I sign out, we want to say America represent. We say USA, USA. God bless America. So happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day to each and every one of you. God bless America. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you guys next Monday. All right, Richie, finally, and I think I considered not. Okay.
Right.
Let's call it a night, Richie.
Yay.
It's all good,
John,
Dan. Thank you
glad
so
you
much,
made it
man.
all the way through.
The truth is, yeah, I just want to say, Dan, for being here every week, had trouble making it. That's what he was saying at the beginning. It was hard to hear because you're having audio issues, but I just say we were worried about you. People were worried because you're like, hey, Dan's always here, Dan. So we were like trying to check in on you and stuff. So I just want you to know that, okay, we were concerned, but you're good, you know. And you made it here today. I appreciate everyone here made it today. Shout out to everyone who signed up and performed.
Yes.
Again, for the online open mic, thanks to everyone who did do their thing. If you couldn't make it, that's fine. We do this every Monday. And if you want to be here next Monday, all you have to do is, hold on, I'm going to mute you.
Sign up
Okay.
again.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for the sign up sheet. It is on our social media. Again, we do have a link tree. If you ever click on that, there's an option there for you to subscribe. When you subscribe, it's like the best way to get the notification about the link to sign up. Otherwise, we do have on Facebook and our event page, and all of our events for the month of July are already posted. I spent some time this weekend making them, creating the flyers and any links. So if you're interested in doing that, other than that, I want to give everyone who's been watching some love. Thank you so much again. Let us know in the comments, who did you enjoy, who'd you love? And we'll be back next time for the live stream. My name is Richie David Marrufo. You can find me on Instagram at Deadwall Reveries. You can just look up my name as well and I'll show up, but we'll see you next Monday. Everyone enjoy, have a safe 4th of July celebration and all that. All right. Good night. Peace.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.